Hello everybody, I'm back. The pie crust has been divided into two pieces, chilled. Now it is in the, it's really a cool thing. It's like a plastic bag with a zipper that goes all the way around. I have put flour in there to keep it from sticking, and then I'm going to roll the dough so that I don't touch it. My mother always said the more you handle the dough, what it did was it activated, it made it not as flaky. So if I didn't have this bag, I would be using rubber gloves and being very careful not to handle the dough. But as you can see, you can roll this out. It's going to fit perfectly on my pizza plate that I've already gotten out. I have a glass Pyrex pizza plate. A little more nostalgia. This is my mother's rolling pin. The bowl and the pastry blender that I showed you in the previous video, those were both gifts from one of my mother's high school classmates. When my mother got married, it was a shower gift. And my mother always told me the story of how she got that when she had a shower when she was getting ready to get married. They had bridal showers for her, and one of her friends got her the pastry blender and the stainless steel bowl and this rolling pin. When I got married, my mother gave me a rolling pin and a pastry blender and a stainless steel bowl, but they're not nearly as special to me. They are special because she gave them to me, but I like to use her rolling pin because I can see, in my mind's eye, I can see her hands on this rolling pin rolling out her pie crust. And she could do it so beautifully. Her pies were just gorgeous. I wish we'd had cell phones with cameras when my mother was alive, because her pies, oh, she could have won any contest with her pies. They were so beautiful. So as you can see, I'm rolling this out. I'm not handling it. It's all in this zippered pouch, and I can get it to my desired thickness and my desired size without much trouble at all. There won't be a lot of waste, a lot of to cut off, which is kind of sad because my mom used to make those little pie dough birdies, or pinwheels, as she might have called them. Some people call them little birdies. You put some butter on them and sugar and cinnamon and roll them up and cut them in little twists and bake them. It's kind of a sweet treat while you're waiting for the pie to bake. So there, I have that all rolled out. Here is my pizza plate. I don't know if you can see that, or yeah, you can. It is a glass Pyrex pizza plate. When I make homemade pizza, I put it on there. And I'm going to show you how this goes on. So it's nice and smooth. I'll fold this in half, and then half again, so that I can lay it on the pie plate and then prepare the pizza plate. So this is nothing more than pie crust put on a different plate as opposed to a pie plate. So you get it on there. I like to fold under my edges so they're nice and smooth and pretty. Sometimes I roll the crust, but today I'm going to try the crimping. I never have been able to crimp as beautifully as my mother did, but we're going to try it. We're going to see what we can do today. So rolling under the edges. The other thing that will help to make your pie crust flaky and pretty is once we get it all the fruit put on there, we'll brush the edge of the pie crust with some milk, and that will help to give it a little more flake. So unlike a normal pizza, I'm gonna flute these edges. It will help to keep the fruit in and keep it from boiling over in the stove, in the oven. Sorry, stove was a something that my grandmother would have said. Put it in the stove. I don't know if I told you, my mother's mother, my Granny Marie, lived with us from the time I was born. I was that oopsie baby, and my mom needed some additional help. I had my older brother, and so Granny came to live with us, my grandmother and grandfather. So I was kind of raised like my mother. I had my grandmother every day to take care of me. So there's our pizza crust. I'm going to prepare the fruit to put on this, and I'll be back to show you how it goes together.